like to welcome everyone in the gallery, including the virtual gallery. We have two councillors that are on screen tonight, Councillor Elizabeth Long and Councillor, hello Councillor, and Councillor Gerard Murphy. And please pardon my throat, I think I'm coming down with a little cold. I'd like to stand for the acknowledgement of country. I would like to start the meeting by acknowledging and extending my appreciation for the Dja Dja Wurrung people, the traditional owners of the land we are standing on today. We pay our respects to leaders, elders past, present and emerging, for they hold the memories, the traditions, pardon me, the culture and the hopes of the Dja Dja Wurrung people. Now for the council prayer. Almighty God, we ask you to be present in this council, direct and guide our deliberations. We ask you to grant us wisdom and sensitivity as we deal with the business of Central Goldfields Shire. May each decision that we make advance the well-being of all our residents. This we pray. Thank you. We have item 2 on the agenda is apologies. We have one apology from Councillor Lyon. We also have Councillor Long is on screen tonight, but after tonight, Councillor Long is on leave after this meeting. Have a great holiday, Councillor. Item 3 on tonight's agenda is declaration of conflict of interest. Do we have any declarations of conflict of interest?
Yes, I do.
Thank you, Councillor.
I've got a conflict of interest at item 7.6, the Logan Road Elmer, related to one of the parties.
Thank you very much. Item number 4 on the agenda tonight is confirmation of minutes. Councillors, do we have a mover for the and seconder? Councillor, these for the minutes from the 28th of May. Councillor, do you move that? 28th?
25th of June.
25th of June, sorry. Haven't changed them.
I'll move it.
Yes. Councillor Barth, you seconded?
Yes,
Councillor.
thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
All those in favour of the minutes? Thank you. Item number 5 is the minutes of the delegated advisory committees. We do not have any minutes from any delegated and advisory minutes. The next item on the agenda is petitions. And Mr. Harriott, we have not received any petitions. No, there are no petitions this evening. Now we're moving on to item number 7, officers' report. 7.1. Councillors, the first report on tonight's agenda is an officer's recommendation, and that will be on page 13, and that is entitled Maryborough North, Flagstaff and Carisbrook Land Use Planning Framework. Councillors, do I have a motion? Councillor de Villiers.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I would like to move, let me just find it. I would like to move that Council acknowledge that the Maryborough North, Flagstaff and Carisbrook Land Use Framework Plan Recommendations and Findings Report considers to the extent necessary all matters outlined in Section 12 of the Planning and Environment Act 1987, and secondly resolves to place the draft Maryborough North, Flagstaff and Carisbrook Land Use Framework Plan Recommendations and Findings forming attachment 1 to this report on public exhibition for a 4-week period commencing Monday 28th of July and closing on Tuesday the 26th of August 2025.
Thank you, Councillor. Do we have a seconder for this motion? Councillor Bartlett. Councillor de Villiers, would you like to speak to this motion?
Yep, thank you, Madam Mayor. I would just like to say that I'm personally really excited about this report that it's coming to Council. The importance of this is that it forms, plays a role in the land use framework plan of Council and informs Council as to the key policies and directions that need to be considered when dealing with land use. So it's important, it will be important. When we had the first meeting in Carisbrook in 2022, there were approximately 100 people in attendance. And it would be really good if some of those 100 could have a look at this product and make comment on it. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor de Villiers. Councillor Bartlett, would you like to speak to this item?
I'd just like to reiterate what Councillor de Villiers has said, but just to let the committee know this is the time to have your say. Speak up now and let your thoughts be known in relation to the industrial land and those affected by the people who live in industrial areas need to speak up and let their thoughts be known to us, and developers also, so we can move forward and grow together. Yeah.
Thank you, Councillor Bartlett. Do we have anyone opposing this motion? I will put this motion. Those in favour of this motion? That is carried. That is unanimous. That is carried. Moving on to 7.2. Councillors, this is the second report on tonight's agenda. As an officer's recommendation only on page 57, Urban Residential Land Opportunity Study. Councillors, do I have a motion for this item?
I can move this one.
Councillor de Villiers.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I would like to move that Council acknowledge that the Urban Residential Land Opportunity Study, known as the Rural Living Zones Review, should consider to the extent necessary all matters outlined in Section 12 of the Planning and Environment Act 1987, and resolves to exhibit the draft Urban Residential Land Opportunity Study, known as the Rural Living Zones Review, forming attachment 1 to this report, for public consultation for a 4-week period commencing Monday 28th July 2025 and closing on Tuesday 26th of August 2025.
Thank you. Do I have a seconder for this motion? Councillor Green. Councillor de Villiers, do you wish to speak to this motion?
Yes, thank you. I would just like to say that I think it's a really exciting time for Council as it is at the moment. A month ago, we presented or adopted or endorsed or took note of the historical heritage overlay. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word for the minute. Heritage overlay. And now we've got the Flagstaff Carisbrook planning that's being addressed, and we've got this third one is Urban Residential Land Opportunity Study. And I think it's really exciting that 3 of them coincide like this, because it affords a unique opportunity to just take a minute to reflect on where we're heading and what we want to do with the land that we have in this shire. So.
Thank you, Councillor Villiers. Councillor Green, would you like to add?
Nothing, Madam Mayor, same to support fully as Councillor de Villiers has just spoken. Thank you.
Councillor Long, I do see you there, Small. Do you have any? Is there anyone against this motion? No one against this motion? I will put the motion. Those in favour? That is carried, unanimous. Thank you. Item 7.3, councillors, this is the third item on tonight's agenda, and it's an officer's recommendation on page 151. It's entitled Maryborough Flood Study Planning Scheme Amendment. Do we have a councillor motion, please? Councillor Green.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Following the recommendation here that Council note Central Goldfields entire mapping project, Maryborough Flood Study. Also note the draft planning scheme amendment C44 Gold. ordnance and mapping, and authorises amendments to draft documents such as explanatory report on receipt of final planning scheme maps. Also to resolve to follow the streamlined flood-related overlay amendments, standing advisory committee pathway for planning scheme amendment, again C44C goal, and delegates the Chief Executive Officer to seek consent from the Minister of Planning to prepare a draft amendment inclusive of conditions of authorisation in public notice, draft planning scheme amendment, again C44C goal.
Thank you. Do I have a seconder for this motion? Councillor Bartlett. Councillor Green, would you like to speak to this?
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry?
Was the motion complete? I think there was 2 more sections to read.
Yes, thank you, CEO.
Oh, sorry.
5, noting that the community and stakeholder consultation will be undertaken on the draft planning scheme amendment, again C44C goal, ordnance and mapping, once consent from the Minister of Planning is granted. 6, and finally, considers at a future meeting of Council the outcomes of the community consultation and whether to progress the amendment via the Standing Advisory Committee pathways or via Section 20, subsection 4 of the Planning and Environment Act 1987.
Is that okay? Councillor Bartlett.
Nothing.
You second this motion? Thank you. Would anyone like to oppose this motion? No one's opposing this motion. I will now put the motion. Those in favour? Thank you. That's all councillors are in favour of this motion. That is carried. 7.4. Councillors, the 4th report on tonight's agenda is an officer's recommendation on page 200 and is entitled Update to S11A, Instrument of Appointment and Authorisation of Statutory Planners. Do I have a councillor motion, please? Councillor de Villiers.
Thank you. I would like to move that council adopt the updated S11A Instrument of Appointment and Authorisation under the Planning and Environment Act 1987 with the addition of the new statutory planner.
Thank you. Do I have a seconder for this motion? Councillor Murphy.
Yes, me.
Thank you, Councillor Murphy. Councillor de Villiers, would you like to speak to the motion?
Thank you. No, I don't think this is merely just a statutory requirement. I'm quite happy to move this.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Murphy, do you wish to speak to this motion?
Of course. Of course. I got in late because I had problems with technology. I have to apologise with that. So, on this motion here, the recommendation, it's addition of a new statutory planner. Now, the public might think we're getting a brand new statutory planner, which we are, but it's in the budget. There's 3 planners we have, and it's in the budget. Now, we have now finally got a full team to do the work. Now, this takes a lot of pressure off everyone. It will take a lot of pressure off the councillors as well, because we've got a full team in our stable of doing the planning work. Now, I'm pretty pleased about that because things do happen and we do get behind, and I'm happy that we've brought on a new person, which is in the budget, which is not bringing on a new staff member full stop. It's a person that we've been wanting to bring on. So I think it's a good thing, and I'm quite happy to vote for it. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Murphy. Do we have anyone against this motion? Well, I'll put the motion. All those in favour? That is unanimous. That is carried. Moving on to the item number 7.5, which is the 5th item in the report in tonight's agenda, and it is an officer's recommendation only, and that's on page 276. 204, I should say, entitled Community Satisfaction Survey Results 2025. Do I have a councillor motion for this item? Councillor Green.
Thank you. Yes, that I move that council note the community satisfaction survey results for 2025 for this year.
Thank you. Do I have a seconder for this motion?
I'll second.
Councillor de Villiers. Would you like to speak to this, Councillor Green?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. We're very happy to receive the survey results, which I'm glad to say show a very slight increase in satisfaction of about 1%. Noting that in some areas of the community prefer to have communications with the council through hard copy or paper, and others through soft copy or through computers. I myself prefer hard copy. That could be a reflection of my great age. We did very well in the area of amenities, and we've got some improvements to go into an area, guess what, roads. And I would like to comment on the road aspect a little bit, if I can. That is, sometimes council is held responsible for roads which are actually under the control of other bodies, in this case the state government. And whilst we are doing the best we can, those state roads do go through our shire. And I would like to say that our men and women work very hard in our road section and drainage, and for everyone to take care on the roads, and particularly with the whole lot of kangaroos this season as well, and also to report any damage design problems to the council. We're very happy to hear. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor de Villiers, do you wish to
No,
speak?
nothing to add, thank you.
Okay. And anyone oppose this motion? Councillor Murphy.
So as usual, this is my 9th year of these surveys, and as usual, after the first 2 or 3 years, I come to think that what's their worthwhile, and I do it now. And as usual, I oppose it because it's been put on us by the state government. The questions have been put on us. We have a survey business which rings up people at all different times being put on us, and I just don't find much credibility about it. I haven't for several years now, and until it's changed in a way that we can get out to our people and do it in a one-on-one situation, where some people don't even know what Vic roads are and council roads are, and they don't know. But the survey people aren't telling them that road, they're talking about roads, but people don't know. It's the same old story. Now, I've been doing I've been done 9 of these, and I don't think I've ever got anything which really made me excited. So I'm saying no to this, and I know some people won't like the idea of me saying no, but I'm saying I don't support even noting it. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Murphy. There was against. Is there a for this item? Councillor de Villiers?
Yeah, I would just like to say that
Just a moment. I think you seconded this motion, didn't
I
you?
did.
Yes. Oh, Ben.
No, Ben
moved it.
Ben moved it.
You moved it.
Second.
Sorry, you seconded
So
it.
she can still speak.
Is there any other council that wishes to speak to this? I'm going to put this motion. Those in favour? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 councillors and 1 against. That item is carried. Thank you, Jared. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now we're moving on to 7.6, which is the 6th report on tonight's agenda, and it's an officer's recommendation. I do believe we have a conflict of interest. Thank you, Councillor Bartlett. You will leave the room, but you will come back, won't you? Thank you. Yes. Okay, so it's on page 276, and it's entitled D089-23, 187 Logan Road, Alma. Councillors, do I have a motion? Side. Councillor Green.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I refer to recommendation that the council receives and notes the late information submitted by NR Links Pty Ltd as provided in attachments 3 to the form. Further, the council receives and notes correspondence from Goldman Murray Water to the property owner dated 10th of February 2023, submitted by the applicant, NR Links Pty Ltd. And finally, C, that council is the responsible authority pursuant to section 61 of the Planning and Environment Act 1987 VIC, issue a notice of decision to refuse a permit in respect of planning permit application DO 89-23 being 187 Logan Road.
Thank you. Do I have a seconder for this motion? Councillors, Councillor Murphy. Councillor Green, would you like to speak to this motion further?
I note the detailed work as undertaken by the council, noting the numerous reasons. I see nothing to set that aside. No, nothing further. Thank you.
Madam Mayor, might I suggest that Councillor Green just adds on the grounds mentioned
Thank you.
in the
Thank you, CEO.
recommendation in the agenda.
In that case, in broad terms, as I would announce, the application on its face appears to offend the notion of farming planning use as is, and I don't mean offend in a personal sense. It just goes against the existing planning policy framework. It would be also contrary to orderly planning of the area in respect to farming agricultural uses. Thank you. That's sufficient.
Thank you. Councillor Murphy, would you like to speak to this item?
Yes. I believe in the recommendation that there's point 1 to 7 is out there for the public to read, and that's part of the recommendation. It's farming land. It is farming land, and that's what it is. It would cause issues with fragmentation of the farming land. It's not mixed use land, it's farming land. So I'm down that track, and I've pretty much been strong on that for the last 4.5 years. So I cannot go against this recommendation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councillor Murphy.
I'm going to go against.
Anyone against this motion?
Good, thank you. Yes,
Councillor de Villiers.
thank you, Madam Mayor. I cannot support the officer's recommendation. It has been confirmed that the subject site is classified as land capability class 5, as defined under the state's land capability classification system. This designation indicates that the land is fundamentally unsuitable for cropping due to inherent limitations including soil quality, topography, wetness and/or salinity. The only viable agricultural use for class 5 land is typically low-intensity grazing or pasture cultivation, neither of which supports significant commercial farming outputs. However, class 5 does not exclude development of, for example, a dwelling, silos or sheds. The applicant has previously attempted to utilize the land for grazing activities, but was forced to remove livestock due to the inadequate food resources available, reinforcing the classification's limitations in practical terms. The parcel in question is 7 hectares, which is below the 10-hectare minimum threshold generally recognized for a viable farm unit. This alone raises questions about the land's long-term utility for primary production. Furthermore, the surrounding area, as evidenced on page 278 of the officer's report is already highly fragmented, suggesting a transition away from consolidated rural land use in practice. From a strategic planning perspective, this council's vision for economic growth and population expansion, as articulated in the council plan, seeks to foster a vibrant, forward-moving shire. So in conclusion, due to the following facts, the classification of the land as class 5, demonstrated agricultural unproductivity, and the sub-viable land size of only 7 hectares, and a location within a fragmented land use context, I believe that we should allow this development to proceed, even though it is in an existing farm zone.
Yes, thank you, Councillor de Villiers. Do we have a councillor for this motion? Then there's no councillor for. You have right of reply to the motion. Would you like right of reply to this motion?
No, I've said all I need to, I feel at this stage, thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
I note Councillor Villiers' submissions.
Yes.
And if I can say, in broad terms, these planning matters are difficult. They often represent a balancing of competing interests. But on this occasion, I think that the officer's recommendation is persuasive.
Thank you very much. I would now like to put the motion. Those in favour of the officer's recommendation?
Sorry, the motion that's moved.
Oh, the motion that's moved. The motion that's moved.
Yes,
Yes.
it's Ben's motion, it's not the officer's recommendation. Sorry.
Yes, as I referred to the recommendation. Yes, thank you.
So refer to the recommendation, which is alternate to the.
No.
Yeah,
it's all
to
good.
your motion,
Yes.
exactly.
It's a
So
motion.
the motion that councillor Green put forward,
That's correct.
can I have a show of hands for, please?
Excuse me, Madam Mayor. I'm not understanding that there was a motion with 3 A, B and Cs and 7 dot points. Is that what we're voting on now?
Yes.
The 7 dot points are in there. Thank you very much, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. So I'll put the motion. Those in favour? 1, 2, 3, 4. Councillor Long, Councillor Murphy, Councillor Green and myself. Those against this motion? Councillor Villiers. I'll put that. That is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4
It's carried.
to 1. Thank you very much. I put the motion as carried. Thank you very much.
Excuse me for the table for a moment. I'll get one.
Thank you, Councillor Bartlett. All right, we'll now move on to number 8, councillors' reports and general business. There are no reports, council reports or general business. Item number 9, notices of motion. There are no notices of motion. Item number 10, urgent business. We do have one item, urgent business. Councillor de Villiers has submitted a leave of absence from the 20th of the 8th to the 22nd of the 9th. I would like a motion to accept that. Councillor Green, seconder. Councillor Bartlett. Those in favour of leave of absence? Councillor de Villiers?
Shall I speak to him?
And, yes.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Madam Mayor. I move that Councillor Grant, Councillor Anna de Villiers leave of absence for all council meetings for the 20th of year, the 22nd of September this year inclusive, as pursuant to section 35, subsection 4 of the Local Government Act 2020. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Green. All in favour?
So can I vote? Yeah. So I want to go on a holiday.
Yeah. Thank you. That's unanimous. Thank you, everyone. It's carried. Now moving on to item number 11, which is confidential business. There is no confidential business tonight. We're moving on to item number 12, closure of meeting. Thank you very much for everyone attending tonight's meeting, and I declare the meeting closed. Thank you.